Welcome to Varina, Lich Queen. Hope you're excited for some wonderful Esper zombies today. As far as opening hand goes, this is absolutely lovely. We'll definitely keep on this one. We have an Enlightened Tutor in the hand. We do have a mana ramp with Jameer Signet, Factor Fiction, some card advantage, and got old Flesh Bag. He's excited to be here. Our opponent's going to get down Silvermere. I don't know, he's just a really creepy magic creature. He's very creepy. But he's put in a lot of work over the years, so I cannot hold that against him. So I guess at this point, we get down Catacombs, and let's just go ahead and grab a black-blue source. That way I don't forget about it while I'm covering the commanders, because I will definitely do that. So we'll crack Catacombs, let's grab that Watery Grave, have that come into play tapped. Not going to pay 2 life, and then we'll go and pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Varina, the Lich Queen. Whenever you attack with one or more zombies, draw that many cards, then discard that many cards. You gain that much life. Then for a 2-mana activation, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. And we're looking at a pretty quick Ephara, God of the Polis on the battlefield, thanks to that Shimmer Mirror and that Ancient Tomb. So hopefully we can kind of keep up. Let's go for Swamp. I think that'd be good. Go for Swamp. We get down Jameer Signet. And then that'll put us a little bit ahead on mana than anything else. We're going to pass the turn. Playing against Ephara, God of the Polis, Indestructible Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control, last turn, draw a card. And so we did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders, the official card sponsor for this channel. If you're hankering for some zombies, maybe some Esper flavored zombies, they've got a tons of wonderful zombie meat over there for you to kind of gorge yourself on and have some fun with. And also, let's say you're in the market for a custom Magic the Gathering playmat, head over to inkgaming.com, use coupon code JOLT to get 10% off your order and help out the channel at the same time. So, and also, let's say you really enjoy one of my thumbnails and you're like, man, this would look great on my desktop wallpaper at home, personal use only. I started to put a link down to some of the art for my thumbnails in the description below, so that way you can have some fun with it. Let's go Godless Shrine. So that's going to put us at 4 total mana. Or if we want to, we could actually go Diagraph Colossus. I think I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's shock in Godless Shrine. We're definitely going to pay 2 life. Let's tap down this Jameer Signet. And let's go Diagraph Colossus. We're going to have no zombies in the graveyard, but whenever we cast a zombie spell with this Crypt Breaker, we'll basically have an active Crypt Breaker, unless our opponent has some sort of counter magic or some sort of removal. So let's go and go for Crypt Breaker. We're going to get that down. That gives us a 2/2 zombie, and that allows us to tap 3 untapped zombies to draw a card and lose a life. Oh, yes, that is going to be absolutely wonderful. So once that does stick, and then we'll go and pass it. Unfortunately, that zombie's going to enter the battlefield tap, so we'll at least get some card draw next turn, and then we'll go and pass the turn. So we've covered commanders, we've covered sponsors. It's officially free time. We can have some fun. Now, as far as this particular deck goes, you know, there's nothing too crazy in this deck. This is 100% straight up just Esper zombies, kind of more borderline black zombie tribal. Using white is a little bit of our kind of our support cards for the actual deck itself. But this is actually the first game I'm playing with it too. So hopefully we do pretty good. Ooh, I'm drawn to Josu Vess. Okay, so yeah, I think we just get down the commander and just start swinging it. Oh, dang it. Somehow I clicked through that. That's a bummer. Okay, so what we'll end up doing is we'll end up jamming a Factor Fiction, and man, I don't know how that happened. I was about to click on her, and then I guess we accidentally just kind of clicked through the term. Yep. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and pass the turn. We'll go for Factor Fiction. That should set us up for a pretty nice opportunity next turn to kind of either catch a counter spell from them and then get some sort of card advantage, and then also go for the activation off Diagraph Colossus, and then get down the Lich Queen next turn. Yeah, that was 100% a misclick on my part. So, but yeah, like I mentioned, this is the first time I'm playing this particular deck. I threw it together actually a while back, and I'm just now getting around to recording it. I've been trying to this week knock out a bunch of the decks that I've had deck ideas for that I haven't gotten to recording for. So, ooh, Gilded Drake. Okay, so let's see. Let's see who they end up targeting with Gilded Drake, because we might end up just going for Path in response to that. They're going to go for Crypt Breaker. Let's go for a Crypt Breaker activation in response to that. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to tap both of these zombies. We're going to lose a card, draw a card and lose a life. Drawn to Unraveling Mummy. Yeah, I mean, because either way, they gain control of Crypt Breaker, and they can start making some zombies. Well, they actually don't have a black mana activation to go for that. So do we want to go for Swords to Plowshare and lose Crypt Breaker like this? Yeah, I think that's fine, actually. because I kind of like sticking this Factor Fiction. All right, so they're going to get our Crit Breaker. That does cut us off any sort of like that activation card advantage, but we do have Varina. We have the Lich Queen, so we can certainly make up for that by drawing a bunch of cards, and then hopefully setting up a really nice... we'll go and block on this. I think that's a pretty fair block. Get rid of that. That might have been a misplay on that one, forgetting about the Gilded Drake not having flying. And that's the best use we've gotten out of Gilded Drake in a long time. So let's go ahead and, yeah, I hate being on the end of Gilded Drake when they take stuff. So let's go for Factor Fiction. We're going to look at the top 5 cards in our library, see how our opponent wants to split this pile up. Okay, so this is a very interesting pile. We tap out for Graveborn Muse next turn. That's going to be a lot of card draw. I think I really like pile 1. As much as I'd love to go pile 2, pile 1's going to give us the most kind of consistent value. I'm really worried about us not making a land drop next turn, going for Graveborn Muse. They have a counter spell or some sort of spot removal, so we're going to go and choose pile 1 to put in our hand. I think that's a little bit of a safer play for us to go for. If we had access to a ton of mana, I would definitely take Cyclonogryph and Graveborn Muse in a heartbeat. But definitely want to make sure we make our land drop. So let's get down Drowned Catacomb. Yeah, and let's go ahead this time. Let's go ahead and get down. I don't know how I misclicked that. It's such a bummer. All right, so let's get our commander down. That's going to give us another 2/2 zombie on the battlefield. I love Diregraph Colossus. Such a good card. Okay, so our opponent did have a piece of spot removal. That's going to be Spell Queller, so they will be able to exile our commander. And I think at this point, I think I kind of like sending her to the exile zone. Yeah, let's do that, because we do have Path to Exile, and that does put us in this weird position to where if they have a counterspell for the Swords to Plowshare, they'll definitely get it. But I kind of like leaving this open. I like having the opportunity to go for Swords to Plowshare. So let's go and push in. That's going to be flying with the Gilded Drake, and we don't want to send Diregraph or that zombie in, so we're just going to send the Gilded Drake in. And I think the thing about Gilded Drake that always makes me mad is this guy's so goofy looking. He always takes your best creature, and it's always such a bummer. So we have Lord of the Undead to go for, Unraveling Mummy. I think at this point we can actually get rid of Unraveling Mummy. Yeah, I'd like to have that, but the other 2 zombies we do have in here, Lord of the Undead, that's going to be a tribal lord for us, and then Fleshbag Marauders is going to allow us to kind of keep some of this stuff in check. And so, yeah, hopefully we can end up going for Swords of Plowshare and Spell Queller. That allows us to kind of start filtering our library. But yeah, you know, like I mentioned with the deck, this is straight up just kind of zombie tribal. And we are running Living Death in here, and we're also running Empty the Warrens, which is, not Empty the Warrens, Empty the Pits. We can go for Empty the Pits. It's the 4 mana, 4 black mana instant speed spell from Khans of Tarkir. Ooh, Frost Titan. And it allows us to exile our graveyard and create a bunch of zombies, and it's just a really fun card. I used to play that in one of my kind of like a Sultai Dredge style deck in Modern, and oh, there's no better feeling. You go for that, and ooh, and our opponent's going to be, they spelled that... Swords to Plowshare from a mile away. And so that does turn Ephara online. So do we want to... Well, actually, yeah, we can't go for Enlightened Tutor either way. Hopefully we can maybe kind of jam this Painful Truce while the coast is clear. I think that might be a better opportunity for us. Okay, so they're going to be swinging in with Ephara. Yeah, I think we kind of take this. We want to get some zombies going. All right, it's going to be 6 total commander damage. Puts us down to 17. And that will be a card draw. And we draw into Misty. And hopefully, yeah, we should be able to grab a... yeah, let's go and crack Misty. There we go. Let's grab Tundra. That'll be our other white source. Let's go for Swords to Plowshare on Spell Queller. And that's going to give us our commander back, which allows us to kind of start filtering some of our card draw. Now, I guess they could technically have some sort of... There we go. All right, so that's going to put... oh, wait, where'd she go? Yes. Okay, there we go. That scared me for a second. I thought she got sent back to the command zone. I was like, oh, no. All right, so we're going to cash in another Diregraph Colossus. And so whenever we attack with one or more zombies, draw that many cards, do we want to swing in with... We'll lose some of these commanders, if some of these zombies if we end up doing that. We can't go for Lord of the Undead. That's going to give us a little bit of a bigger bonus. The only thing we might end up kind of whiffing into would be running into Frost Titan. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go for... Yeah, let's get down Lord of the Undead. I think I'm okay with that. That's going to be another zombie lord. That's going to be another zombie for us to get down to. And then we still have that activated ability to go for. So it's going to be 2-tap zombies. Let's go and push in with these 2 zombie tokens. They're going to be 2/3/3s. There we go. And thankfully, with us getting rid of Spell Queller, that's going to get rid of the Devotion to Ephara, so we can make something work off of that. Wayward Servant. And I think at this point, if we are building towards some sort of living death, we'll just go and get rid of Wayward Sawtooth. Now, if we hold on to Wayward Servant, whenever another zombie enters the battlefield, we lose a life and we gain a life, so we can cast some zombies. I think, let's do it like this. So let's get rid of Worn Power Stone. And I think we get rid of Painful Truce, because I actually like kind of getting to the position to where we might be able to kind of build up some sort of weird Aristocrats board state by getting down Wayward Servant and then kind of rolling through some of our zombies. Now, as far as the kicker cost of a Josu Vest, that's going to be 4. That's going to be 10 total mana. We are sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 once we get down in Crypt. For each black creature card in our graveyard, we're looking at 2. So at this point right now with the Crypt activation, not going to get a ton of mana, but at least we do have the lane drop for next turn. And if we do, let's say we want to kind of go for something like Mana Crypt, that would certainly put us in a position to where we get down Josu Vest. Now, if we end up going for that kicker cost, get all those zombies on the battlefield, that'll be some really good magic. So yeah, I think we might end up going for Enlightened Tutor, simply just to grab Mana Crypt or Soul Ring. That way we can kind of power out this this kicker cost and end up some really nice Wayward keep wanting to call it Wayward Sawtooth, Wayward Servant activation. So, and let's see if we're going to get the Frost Titan swinging into the red zone. Okay, so we'll be swinging in. They'll be able to tap down something. If they end up tapping down another one of our lands, that would probably be a pretty good play to go for, just to kind of keep us off this kicker mana. So hopefully they might end up kind of tapping down one of these creatures they don't want to kind of see swinging in. So let's see what they decide to choose with Frost Titan. Okay, so they're going to tap down our commander. That is perfectly fine. I will definitely take that. And I think at this point, we'll go ahead and throw this Gilded Drake in front of Ephara. We are taking 6 already, and then we can get a few more zombies down with Wayward Servant once we cast into that Diagraph Colossus, and we can start blocking on that Frost Titan, especially once we untap with all these zombie tokens. Okay, so we're going to get a card draw off Ephara. Ooh, run into Gilded Lotus. Let's go for Crypt. We're going to get that down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll put us in perfect range for Josu Vest. I think that'll be good. All right, so let's get down Gilded Lotus. So let's go Josu Vest. And actually, let's do it this way. So we're going to add triple black off of this. Go for Wayward Servant. Okay, and that's still going to be 2 black mana left over, and then we're simply just going to go on pass. I think at this point right now, what we want to do is basically just kind of tap out for Josu Vest and try to cash in some of these Wayward Servant activations. So at this point, I don't want to swing in because we also kind of get into a position where, let's say they tap down one of our zombie tokens. These are 3 3s on the battlefield, so we can definitely deal with the Frost Titan swinging in, or even something like a Sun Titan. Okay, we're going to have Augury Owl enter the battlefield. I just now realized that we probably shouldn't have blocked with Gilded Drake, because that's definitely going to turn their Sun Titan on. Yeah, I just now saw that. Okay, so we'll see if we can dodge that Sun Titan swinging, because maybe they don't simply want to, end up just trading a Sun Titan with that Gilded, with a couple zombie tokens. Alright, so we're going to go to the combat step. Let's see who they decide to swing in with. It's going to be Ephara swinging in. Frost Titan and Sun Titan will be swinging in too, so that will bring back Gilded Drake, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay on my part blocking on that. I completely forgot that Sun Titan was hanging out on that side of the battlefield over there. We'll see who they decide to take. Even if they do end up taking something like our Tribal Lord with Lord of the Undead, it would not be the end of the world, because we're still trying to get this Josu Vest going. Okay, so they're going to tap down Diagraph Colossus. And let's see who they decide to take with Gilded Drake. And they're actually simply just going to go ahead and take our commander, which, yeah, I think we're okay with that. Yeah, they'll give us Gilded Drake, and I think we're definitely not going to block with Gilded Drake. Do we want to? Yeah, I think we do want to trade with some of these. Let's get rid of this Frost Titan. We're going to end up with a pretty big chunk of tokens on the battlefield. That's going to be another 3/3. That's going to be 6 coming across. That's going to be 12. And let's just go ahead and toss one of these zombies in front of Frost Titan. So that way it kind of puts us at only 7 coming across, which we can survive on that. And we do kind of want to maintain this Lord of the Undead too. So let's go ahead and do blocks like this. Okay, they're going to give Sun Titan protection from black. Yeah, no, oh man. Sorry, I completely forgot about Mother of Runes out there too. So at least we'll still be online for Josu Vest with that kicker cost. All right, Necromancy. Let's go ahead and go for Josu Vest. We're gonna get that kicker down. Okay, that's going to give us another 2/2 zombie on the battlefield thanks to Diagraph Colossus. It's going to be another Wayward Servant activation. That'll kind of put our life total back up. And then the good thing is that Josu Vest is also a zombie too, so that's going to be another Wayward Servant activation once we get that down. All right, so we're going to get the 8 zombies on the battlefield. Oh, look at that. Let's go and always yield to this Servant trigger. That's going to put us up to 15. They go down to 10. And let's see, so they do have Vigilance. I don't really think we want to swing into this. I mean, we could get in for a little bit of damage in the air with Gilded Drake if we wanted to. There's really not going to be a way they can stop that. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. So, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 blockers, so they can definitely stop everything that we've got going on the battlefield right now. So, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go and push in with Gilded Drake. Well, actually, just in case they go protection from black or white with Sun Titan, let's just go and hold on to Gilded Drake. And with this Menace ability, we might be able to kind of close it out next turn, especially them sitting at 10. And we'll decide exactly what we're going to grab with that Enlightened Tutor. Yeah, I am sorry about that Sun Titan line of play and the Mother of Runes line of play and the Gilded Drake line of play too. It's just kind of one of those, like, once a board state like this kind of gets really developed, there's a lot of creatures, you know, I kind of isolate in on certain parts of the board state, and unfortunately the outer part of the monitor, like, I just kind of forget they're over there. You know, I saw them get down Mother of Runes, and then I knew Sun Titan was over there, but I just didn't really think about them blocking with this one. But it's definitely been a pretty good showing so far. You can see how, you know, adding the Esper colors into some sort of zombie build is always a lot of fun. Now, as far as this Enlightened Tutor, you know, as far as whatever sort of enchantment we want to grab, we do have Necromancy in the hand. That's definitely something that we do like. All right, opponent's actually going to scoop it up on this one, so I'll take it. I guess they didn't really have any answer for all these zombies swinging across next turn. So basically with that Enlightened Tutor, basically what happened is we kind of tutor up with Liliana's Mastery, and that's going to enter a few more zombies on the battlefield, and at the same time kind of give us a really nice tribal board state. Basically with these Menace tokens, that's going to be, we have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that would have been barely blocking on that. We would have had almost lethal coming across on that one, especially after we go for that Enlightened Tutor during our upkeep for Liliana's Mastery. So yes, sorry about some of the kind of clunky misplays. You know, typically I like to record on the weekend. That way I don't have to worry about work during the day. But unfortunately, I'm kind of, I had to work on a lot of overlay stuff, and we also kind of got our house in check this past weekend with a lot of laundry. So I'm kind of on a recording after work schedule, and sometimes I'm a little tired from work and I miss certain things. But we end up with a really good video, got a lot of zombies on the battlefield, and end up with some nice Wayward Servant triggers, which is a wonderful way to close the game out. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.